and we are live from beautiful downtown Denver. Let's see what we can see and let's see what's going on. Here we go. As we get past one intersection, I'll flip the camera around and show you what we are all seeing right now. So right here, we're going towards the Rockies baseball stadium, and we're out to see what kind of Christmas decorations we can see. One moment, let me steady my grip. Thank you everybody for your patience. Oops, one moment. Thank you everybody. Whoop. And here we go. And now we are back at it. Also, please excuse the shakiness. I'm still trying to get used to this iOS update, and I unfortunately cannot bring my gimbal today. But fortunately, we're working on getting like. Oops. Hey, good morning. But fortunately, I'm still practicing my grip so that I can hold the camera a little steadier for you all. So let's see what this display is. Unfortunately, it's kind of that kind of day where it's a little cloudy, so we cannot see inside the stores quite as well. I hope that everybody's doing well today. Oh look, and here we are at some more crochet trees. I kind of wonder who would actually be able to get to crochet these trees, since I do know that most public art is taken down, but I do get the feeling that these are commissioned, and I do wonder who the artist is too. All right. Alright, so if we keep going down to 16th Street, we'll eventually run into 16th Street Mall. And right down there is the Capitol building. Alright, so unfortunately we did miss the light, so we're going to keep going. So we're just going to have to wait here for a few minutes. But this is what 16th Street looks like. Alright, let's see. No cars, wait. Right. Alright, here we go, getting ready to cross, going boom boom. Alright, here we go. Whoop. And now we can play some leapfrog. Oh look. I just noticed this, but has anybody seen these around the cities? I just noticed that there's an automated coffee station where you're able to go up to the kiosk. Enter in your order, and this robot would make you a cup of coffee. Magic happens when you share a hot cup of coffee. And they don't accept tips, but this is their social media. Oh, what an adorable little penguin too. TX says I should get some coffee. I already had my coffee, but next time I come, I'll definitely consider that. Unfortunately, BD Going Girl has closed down. I do miss that steak. And let's see what the Rocky Mountain Ranch Red does have. Aw, that's such an adorable sweater. Hey, good morning, casino slot couple. We're just walking around downtown Denver for a little bit, seeing what Christmas displays we can see, and giving you all a realistic view of what to expect if you all happen to come by the Denver area. Right now, we're walking towards the Rockies Baseball Stadium, seeing what we can see. I'm not sure what it is, but lately a lot of businesses have closed around Rodney Street. But hopefully some of the businesses, they do come back soon. Whoop. Duck, duck, goose. Under the tunnel we go. So right here is Jack's Seafood. If you like some fish and oysters, I haven't been there before, but I forgot the name. I do recommend the oyster bomb. I do recommend the oyster bomb from Cherry Creek. So know it. Let's pivot and let's go down to Union Station. Why not? Since we're right there. All right, our coast is clear. Let's go. Boom, boom. And right here is the Oxford Hotel. Right here is the Oxford Hotel, where you're able to stay if you happen to be near Union. And here's one of the displays. All right, so we had to make a little detail since they're cleaning. Oops. So here we go. All right, so here's the Crawford Hotel too, along with the Animate coffee shop. Unfortunately, the espresso sign is not lit up at the moment, but I would absolutely love to see it lit up someday. There's some magical about old school neon, and when Vince is open, they do play some old school Elvis and Frank Sinatra, which I absolutely do love. And I really miss the song "Ain't That a Kick on the Head" by Dean Martin. That's actually why I really enjoy. That is actually why I really enjoy the Dean Martin's. That's why I do enjoy myself. The Dean Martin's Wild Party slot machine. All right, here we go. Here is Union Station. Right. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what we can see as you go on into Union. Whoop. This has been a place where I've been running to check out for quite some time. Magic of elevators to lower level. Looks like this is a Christmas pop-up bar. So we definitely gotta check this out. Let's see. So here's what Union Station looks like during the holidays. And let's see what's going on with that Santa Claus throne. Oops. Oh, how adorable. Oh, Santa Claus. Unfortunately, there's not very much to see right now, but let's get a little close-up of the Christmas tree. Why not? This is how massive the tree is. All right. Wow. I just noticed these reefs up there. Oops, all right, somebody's taking a photo, so we're going to cut through here. Hi. All right, so let's head on out and see what else we can see around Denver. Hi, I'm curious, but what is this?
Mahjong?
That's so neat. You mind if I get a photo?
Sure.
All right, so here's a matcha game. This is so neat. Cool. I really love the playing board. That is so neat. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Like your sweater.
Thank you. Have a happy holiday.
You too.
Oh hey Matt, good to see you. So here's some of the history of Union Station. And this is how time zones are determined. I do realize that there's a lot of text, so I would definitely recommend looking up the 15th meridian or pausing. Here we go, let's get back outside. Hey Lyle, good to see you. Good morning Lyle, what's up and how are you doing? Hello Matt, good to see you. We're just walking around downtown Denver. Alright, 17th, 16th. Alright, I unfortunately don't think there's anything going on at the stadium, which is why we're going to head towards Blake. Yeah, actually, correction, 16th Street Mall. That is so awesome to hear, Matt. There has not been any snow whatsoever, and it looks like they're renovating or winterizing the water fountain because during the summer, they do have a water feature right there. That's so wild, Lyle, that there's no snow in North Carolina either. I hear that South Carolina and New York City is getting pounded with snow right now. Last time it snowed in Denver was a few weeks ago, and what I find wild is that it's 68 degrees today, almost 70 degrees in the middle of December, which is a little wild in my opinion. All right, one moment. Lyle says, not in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, no snows there. I just came from there yesterday and Saturday. I just cannot believe how dry the season has been. One moment, everybody. I do have to refresh. I am lagging on my end, so thank you everybody for your patience. All right. Oh, sorry. I was just looking. I'm good, but thank you for asking. I'm good, but thank you for asking.
Okay.
Thanks, have a great day. All right, and now we're back on track. Here we go. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Hopefully the lag monster has gone bye-bye and has returned to the haunted mansion. I totally understand, Lyle, and it's definitely a really busy time of year. So thank you, everybody who sticks around and who watches and who comes back later for the replay. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, but definitely has, Lyle. Have you ever been to downtown Denver before? I do recall when downtown Denver used to look nothing like this, and it used to be a lot more crowds, a lot more pawn shops, and it was absolutely desolate. Now downtown Denver is all decked out and ready to go for the holidays. It's also been really gentrified, I realized. And I do recall when there used to be a lot of different businesses and a lot of smaller mom and pop shops. I still recall a pawn shop that I've been to, a gold and silver pawn shop that I've been to years ago, but that got replaced into a coffee shop. That is so wild, Lyle, that there used to be a lot more snow. And even last year, around this time of year, I'd be trudging through a foot of snow. And here we go, now we go boom boom. Now we can boom boom. Yep, I just noticed that too. There's definitely a lot of side swiping out and about. Hi Stitch Love, it's good to see you. What's up and how are you doing? So good to see you again. And what really blows me away about Denver is the fact that it has turned into a bunch of high-rises, a bunch of apartments. And here's the biggest problem. Denver is trying to establish itself as a commuter city and a city where you do not have to rely on your cars, on your vehicle. But here's the catch. They did not build any parking, and in my opinion, Denver does need to work on its mass transit system to be a commuter city like Tokyo. So right now we have a bunch of people with cars, but nowhere to park. So that is why the roads and parking get really congested. Also, did you know that in Cherry Creek, you used to be able to park for free? But ever since they built a bunch of high-rises, you now have to pay for parking at the mall, which really does say a lot. I can imagine, Stitch. It must be really cold where you are. Alright, trying to figure out what direction to go. Alright, no, let's go this way for like a few minutes. I unfortunately do have to get off in a few minutes just because I forgot I have something going on today. But definitely stay tuned. Hopefully next week or hopefully next Tuesday, we can do a full-on downtown stream where I bring out the gimbal and everything. And right up here is the famous clock tower tavern. You know what's really wild is I actually interviewed for a job down there before. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, but that was years ago. I was interviewing to be some sort of customer service person. I forgot the exact title or what I would do. I see you around, Lyle, and that's gonna be so exciting, Lyle. I really do hope, and I do wonder when you're able to come back. What's the Christmas program about? Well, for me, I also have to go myself too, and I do want to thank everybody for being here. I realize that today was a very short show, but stay tuned. You never know when Somewhere with Simon will reappear, just like Where's Waddle. And with that being said, see you on, everybody. I hope you all have a really pleasant